And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Here's the kicker, John Parker Romo, now to get us started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start with the option. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Now the veteran workhorse. Here's James Conner, and he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Murray going to throw. Screen pass to Conner. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain. Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. Brandon Powell deep from Minnesota. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. Back to throw, Darnold. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Shifts by him. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 25 yards that time.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. To throw is Darnold. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup there, especially when it comes on the heels of a 3-and-out the first time you have the ball. They were determined to not have that happen again, and that's a nice throw for their first down of the game.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harrison. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Well, if you like the matchup and that connection works to start the drive, no reason to go away from it. Let that defense prove that they can stop you. And here, it's 2 throws and 2 first downs.
Here's Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. Right back to Connor here on 1st. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Murray now. Caught by Jones. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. To throw is Murray. Complete to Jones. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Murray now to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And this one is right through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. Well, now how about this return? And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And the Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set them back on 2nd. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Darnold now to throw. Open man is Jalen Naylor. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Here's Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. Greg George deep for Arizona. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now Murray. He'll get this to counter underneath. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Here's Murray. Over the middle, he'll get it to Harrison. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Nice pickup. 10 yards and a 1st down on the keeper. To throw, it's Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Murray. And this will be swung out here for counter. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Got his man. It's Dortch. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw again. That's complete to his running back counter. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Again, they'll throw with Murray. Being chased out left. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down and a 21-yard gain.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
Escaping the pressure, and he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's Darnold. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right. He struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up second down.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Second and 5. Up the middle, Jones. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On third down, here's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
On the counter, here's Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything, change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
That one complete to Naylor. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 20-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan. And
he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
On Any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now Darnold completes this to Addison out left. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Now the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Now Darnold on 3rd and goal. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jalen Naylor from 4 yards out. And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are even at 10 apiece. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the 2nd half. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this 2nd half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On the counter, it's Connor. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Third and 3. They'll try to run for it with Benson. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Murray now running left off the option. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Murray going to throw. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on third down.
Kyler going to give this to Benson.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, third and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football.
On first down, right back to Benson.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
That pass completed to Dortch.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Out of the gun, here's Murray.
That's complete to McBride.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Murray again. This will be caught at about the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
They run over center with Benson.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better...
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cardinals answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Now Ryland for the PAT.
He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Jefferson going to go in motion right. To throw is Darnold. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on third down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll start by running the option to the right. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Again, Murray will keep it. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. A give up the middle with Benson. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Murray now running right on the option. And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, he's had success running the football in this one, and that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
And his kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So Sam Darnold in the offense, down by 10, a little under a minute to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Darnold to throw. Able to find Jones. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Here comes 2nd down at 5. Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Now Darnold. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. 4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. Pass complete. It's Hockenson. And they will get the conversion on 4th down to stay alive, but time, not an ally. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.